Marriage good wife and motherhood good mother. Archetypes Duchess Meghan Bestie, First Lady Sophie Grégoire Trudeau. Sophie Grégoire Trudeau, wife of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, joined a long list of esteemed women who have been on Meghan Markle's Archetypes on Spotify podcast. The Duchess of Sussex calls the Canadian First Lady simply Soph. The two women had an honest discussion about the pressures and judgments placed on women in today's world. The episode explored themes of loneliness and the unattainable expectations many mothers and wives face. We got a glimpse into the lives of these aspirational women who are leaders in their own right, and married to global leaders. The Canadian First Lady went down south over the summer to visit the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The Duchess became friends with the Canadian First Lady when she lived in Canada. The Duchess, a self-made millionaire and UN Women's Ambassador, shares similar interests with the Canadian First Lady. The two friends chatted by the pool getting their curly hair wet, and they enjoyed time together with their kids. Enjoying a glass of wine while the kids enjoyed the water. This is so relatable. Resting and relaxing with your children is part of the modern motherhood. This wasn't their day of being the wives and moms, all perfectly coiffed with updos and pearls, and demure smiles. It was just two old friends catching up. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle's husband, knows that Meghan had her own global connections through her work with the United Nations way before she met Prince Harry. This was the other version of the First Lady and the Duchess, with wild curly hair and swimsuits and huge belly laughs. Big cuddles with our little ones, quiet whispers of girl talk on the terrace, giddy like absolute schoolgirls. They were just having so much fun out of the public sight. This is what privacy and human dignity looks like. Sophie was a source of support during the dark days of Meghan being bullied by the ruthless racist British press while she was pregnant. The dark days, when 72 UK members of Parliament from across the political divide wrote an open letter to the press. They were disgusted at the racist and colonial overtones in the reporting of the Duchess in the daily newspapers. None of the mental health advocates in the press uttered a word. Shameful behavior by royals who are indebted to tabloids for good press. The compassionate Prime Minister's wife, Grégoire Trudeau, would send the Duchess little meditations during her first pregnancy and voice notes of encouragement. That's what you call friendship. It's evident that Sophie is a person who cares really deeply about her Meghan. Sophie is a dear friend to Meghan. Someone who Meghan can confide in, and get advice about how to be a wife and partner and mother in the public eye. It is not easy, and Sophie and Meghan handle the job well. They are role models for so many emerging leaders who are parents of young children. They were honest about how crushing the guilt of expectations can become. The scrutiny they've each felt over the years. I don't want to get too emotional, but the stress and anxiety that people are feeling these days, whether it's the pandemic, whether it's because you're a struggling mom and your kids can't make it to school, whatever your situation is, the stress and anxiety is real. Revealed Grégoire Trudeau. And our sense of community has completely exploded. We have sisters who can mother, we have aunties who can mother, we have friends who can mother. Mothering is a way of being, it's not just biological. Many mothers can relate about how lonely motherhood can be, agreeing that the villages once available to help mothers raise their children have diminished over the years. Grégoire Trudeau is emblematic of strength that comes from embracing your humanity, even in the face of all these family and home and public pressures. This episode was so relatable, because women of all walks of life relate to the busy mornings. Meghan is a hands-on mom, who takes pleasure in making breakfast for the three most important people in her life. The very real, very raw struggle of getting it together in the morning when you're a mama of littles is no different for celebrities as it is for us. You know, both monitors on for the kids to hear them, always up with Lily, get her downstairs, then a half hour later, Archie's up. I start doing his lunchbox right before he's up while I have her, getting her a little nibble. My husband's helping me get him downstairs. I make breakfast for all three of them. It's very important to me. I love doing it. To me, it just feels like the greatest way to start the morning. She adds that she feeds all 3 dogs, and gets little Archie out the door for school, but with everything going on all together, it feels like a whirlwind. As any mother can attest to, once your little one starts walking, it's a whole different game. Their little feet can now take them wherever their curious little minds want to wander. The joy is just as great as the anxiety. We found out that Princess Lilibet Diana is now walking and trying to keep up with her brother. The importance of having a husband who is a partner. The Duchess, who admits that she can't imagine doing all of these things without a partner. Prince Harry is a hands-on father who helps take care of his children. Oh, my husband, oh, he's great. How someone does this without a partner to help them through. It is so much work to be a mom when you are just trying to be a conscious parent to raise good, kind human beings, the Duchess told us. The opportunity to go through life with a loving partner may be the greatest benefit of a successful marriage. A study in England of 25,000 people found that of those having a heart attack, those who were married are 14% more likely to survive and left the hospital 2 days sooner than their single counterparts. Married people release less cortisol, which is the body's reaction to stress. High levels can impair immune function. Married couples tend to support each other to follow a doctor's advice, make preventative medical appointments, and eat better. Marriage provides social support, whereas singles without this support could experience depression, isolation, and loneliness. Married people are more likely to survive cancer. Marriage and health. On average, husbands and wives are healthier, happier, and enjoy longer lives. Married mothers have lower rates of depression among mothers, probably because they are more likely to receive practical and emotional support from their child's father and his family. Marriage and wealth. Married couples build more wealth on average. Married women are economically better. The average net worth of a single black woman is $5, which means poverty. This is why white supremacy promotes unmarried mothers in the black community. Children whose parents were married or are married have fewer behavioral and attendance problems, and earn 4-year college degrees, leading to better earning power. Less vulnerable to serious emotional illness, depression, and suicide. No wonder the right-wingers like Meghan Kelly hate it when Meghan calls Harry her husband. They hate anything that indicates success, in particular a woman of African heritage who is married. Structural disadvantages and cultural patterns have, over many decades, led to fewer black people participating in marriage, which has hurt large numbers of black children. These patterns have spread to all racial and ethnic groups and are increasingly common at all economic levels. Many sociologists recognize that this has created a downward spiral in which the disadvantages of one generation lead to lower levels of well-being in the next. However, this problem is not irremediable. With the right social policy levers and church-based action, it is possible to begin the long, slow, and difficult process of shifting marriage patterns in the black community and in the US more generally. Marriage and crime or domestic violence. Married women are at lower risk for domestic violence. Marriage generates social capital. The social bonds created through marriage yield benefits not only for the family but for others as well, including the larger society. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Give us a super thanks, super sticker, and super chat. Also subscribe to the Duchess of Impact channel, and don't forget to hit that bell icon, so you never miss any updates. Consider joining our channel membership by clicking join. Leave us a comment. Thanks for watching.